Jacobs in the white trunks.
See, in quiet moments like this, a simple jab would dictate the pace. That's what happened in that second round. It was a close round, but I gave it to Jacobs as well, Chris, because it just seemed like he was in control a little bit more, and he landed some good body shots.
Yeah, the fight that Chavez doesn't want to get in with Jacobs is just a jab fest. There's a belief that Chavez has the stronger jab, but Jacobs, he has the better one. They don't want to get into an outside fight where Jacobs is landing shots like that.
Jacobs doesn't have the stronger jab, but he has a smarter and faster jab.
2 shots landed to the body. Those are scoring blows. Right hand lands from Chavez. Decent shot right there.
Jacobs doing the right thing by smothering the bigger Chavez Jr. there.
And lands an uppercut on the way out.
I'm not used to seeing Jacobs smother because he's usually the big man initiating the pain with the size.
Well, listen, he comes off a fight where the judges thought it was close. They had it 8-4 and 7-5 twice against Canelo Alvarez. Chris, at the time, I thought Canelo was winning rounds going away, and Jacobs really didn't get into a great rhythm and dominate any stretch in that fight. So he actually does have something a little here to prove tonight.
No question. He is fighting a guy that's going to be there to be hit, that's coming forward, but Jacobs is going to have to show that he can land these types of shots against a bigger fighter.
Right hand buzzes by the tower. Jacobs now goes to work.
Work out of there. Work out.
Sergio, if you're dating Jacobs or in his corner, what are you telling him?
Exactly what he's doing right there. He doesn't want to exchange punches with the bigger man. Keep it at 1s and 2s at the end of the jab and always counter the body. He's doing the right thing. I think Jacobs having a good round here as well.
Doubling up on the jab again. Final 30 seconds of round 3.
And keeping the fight in the middle of the ring. Stay off the ropes. There we go. That's what you want to see if you're Jacobs. Just when Chavez wanted to get it back, he didn't give him nothing.
Giving the judges something to think about after the combinations land. Pushes him back, but seemed like he did enough there to land those scoring shots, not absorb enough. You can't leave it in the hands of the judges. At least not if you're not dominating the rounds. Because again, the crowd noise can affect scoring.
Yeah, you heard Jacobs' corner say that after the second round. Don't let the fans influence this fight. And I thought Jacobs did a terrific job of making it a clear win in that third round.
Jacobs now moving forward, doubling up on the jab. Chavez Jr. a bit more of a stationary target.
And that's going to be a game plan for Jacobs. He can't just keep moving back with the smaller man. He's going to have to back up the bigger man because Chavez Jr. doesn't fight while going backwards. He seems lost if he's not going forward.
A little more murmuring from the crowd now as Chavez is really just not throwing his shots.
Don't hold him in there. Don't hold him.
One thing to remember, too, Chavez has fought exactly 1 round since fighting Canelo Alvarez in May of 2017. So he is certainly not going to be at his sharpest in this fight.
He knocked out Everett Bravo, an unheralded fighter in the first round back in August. That ended the 2-year layoff, but you're right, 1 round in 2.5 years. Oh, hook there, smacking off the head from Jacobs, and now he goes body and then head with the jab. Final half of round 4. Lauren Gardner has a report. Lauren?
Yeah, in the Jacobs corner, his trainer Fareed Samad was very persistent in telling his fighter to be more aggressive, to use the jab more. He said it took him a few rounds to warm up. He has to work on neutralizing that size disparity, but he said watch out, 4th, 5th, and 6th rounds, they're about to turn it up.
Back up.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And I'm looking Sergio as well. If you're Freddie Roach, you got to start throwing your hands. You've got jab, do something.
No, I could see the game plan by Fareed Samad and Jacobs' corner. Get out of these early rounds where size is going to be a factor. I love the way Daniel Jacobs fought against the ropes right there. He looks like he's finally getting fluid.
Jacobs there throwing the jab again, landing, and now just light shots, but those are scoring shots, landing in scoring areas. Chavez was complaining about getting turned around by Jacobs. Yeah, Jacobs has showed some patience, but you've got to make sure you're winning rounds. Danny Jacobs able to land some body work. Chavez weighs in, throwing hooks. But Chavez Jr. moving a little slower now, and it's only round 4.
That's where that extra weight is a detriment for the bigger fighter. And that's where speed and agility come into play for Jacobs.
Jacobs' hands are just faster. Chavez, though, beginning to throw, and Jacobs wants to go.
I never heard that line. I love that line.
Chris Maddox giving the last 3 rounds to Daniel Jacobs. Chavez Jr. again, the output slowing down.
In some ways, Brian, that is typical of Julio Cesar Chavez. He is consistently, even at his best, outlanded and outthrown by his opponents.
Chavez Jr. keeps complaining to the referee in that last round and this round with the headbutt. I don't like that. See, great fighters don't complain. They just get it back.
Steve Smoger is standing by. Steve, what do you have?
Percent correct. He's looking for an edge. The referee should, rightly so, just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Don't pull him back in the head.
And I know what you're saying. Steve, thank you. Sergio, I know what you're saying. If you're looking to the ref, you got to focus on the fight. Where's your fight? Take care of it yourself. Jacobs still popping out a jab, starting to get a better rhythm. Landing, scoring shots to the body, coming back with a jab to the head. You know, Fareed Samad very vocal in the corner. Let's try to listen in. Let's hear what he has to say.
Eddie, stop. Jab. Double it, double it. Double it. Double it.
Oh, there's a hard right hand from Chavez.
Grab it. Grab him.
Samad saying, grab on. Hold on. Chavez now smells it. This could be his big chance.
In Jacobs' corner, they keep saying 2 things. Smother him and turn him.
Hard right hand again, partially blocked. But Chavez now starting to impose his will. A little bit of success for Chavez Jr. in round 5.
When the trainer's saying turn him, he's meaning fight at an angle. Do not fight flat-footed with him. Stay picked left or right. Don't stand in front of him.
Uppercut there by Jacobs. Again, Samad first fight with Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs splitting with Andre Rozier, his longtime trainer. Little blood over the left eye of Chavez Jr. Abrasion or cut. A little blood coming from his nose as well.
Jacobs landed a nice right hand. It was a combination that ended with a right hand going down, and it stopped the punching of Chavez Jr. That might have caught his attention.
Uppercut again by Jacobs. And a right hand just pawed at him, and then he looks at his own arm. And now he unleashes a little combination to take with him. Blood on the face of Chavez Jr. here in the 5th round. Well, Chavez Sr. upset with what he's seen. This is over. Exactly. Waving over, and he's done. West Felton asked, do you want to continue? The answer is no.
That's the 2nd time that Chavez Jr. retires in the corner. He did it against Fonfara, claiming a knee injury, and he's doing it again tonight, saying it was a hand injury.
But the facial...
And Danny Jacobs is there saying, hey, don't blame me. He stopped.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Respect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.